Hey guys, it is Monday, November 25th, 2024, and I'm back with some free VST plugins to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. All right guys, we are wrapping up the month, close to the end of the month of November of 2024. And this month has been themed with free piano plugins, piano-esque plugins, piano-adjacent plugins, and delays. And we're going to talk about an instrument afterwards also, a synth. So let's jump right into it, guys. The free piano VST for today is as follows. First up here, we have Room Piano from Sample Science. And this one has the typical Sample Science interface layout. Their interface design language is always very similar, very straightforward, user-friendly, a very, very low learning curve. So on the interface you see here, we have the presets. I don't remember how many presets this one comes with. I don't think it comes with a lot because it's a pretty straightforward piano sound. So they have your ADSR here. We also have a built-in reverb, and then there is a filter ADSR, and they have filter cutoff and resonance here. So that's pretty much it. They're saying that it's very CPU friendly. You can get regular piano sound, and of course with the filter you can dial in some kind of a lo-fi vibe also. So it says right here, lightweight, ADSR, multi-LFO, high pass, low pass, room reverb, 3-voice mode, polyphonic, monophonic, and legato. This one is available for Mac and PC. Next up here we have Atmos Piano from Prism Audio. And this one, once again, pretty straightforward. It's a piano plugin. They have some controls here for the master volume, the main, and the decay. I think that's more dealing with kind of mic positioning. They're kind of mimicking here. Yeah, so there it is, hall mic decay control. So this one's gonna have a little bit more atmospheric vibe to it, depending on how you set up those dials for the main mic, the hall mic, and whatever other settings they gave you there. It's about a 2.4 gig install, sustain pedal compatible. Yeah, right here it says 2 microphone positions, and it's at a sample rate of 44K, 44.1K, 24-bit samples. So that is Atmos Piano from Prism Audio. So for today, for the free delays, we have Delay, is one of my favorite delays out there. You can do something real basic with it, or you can get really creative. It has a decent amount of presets. It says 100 factory presets. Their color themes, the interface can change color. Some of the presets utilizes that, so as you switch presets, the interface color changes up, color scheme. And it's a very, very, very flexible delay. So like I said, you can do from just simple basic delay things to very, very complex. It has different algorithmic modes. On the interface here, we got a lot going on. So they have attack sizes, different amount, different size, low cut, high cut. There is tape There is distortion. You have ping pong mode, you have mono and stereo. There's your feedback, and the cool thing about this one that I always love to see on a delay is ducking built in. So this one has ducking built in, so you have the attack time, the ducking amount, like what the volume is going to be at when it's ducked, and then the release speed of the ducking. Feedback spread, and we have modulation over here, and then you still have a dry wet knob down here. So there's a lot going on with this one, with the settings, resizable interface, very, very versatile. Their presets are very creative also. I was using them last week with a track, and it took like a very simple sound that I arpeggiated and just took it to a whole nother level, and it just added this vibe and a whole nother level of creativity to the track, to the point that when you remove this plugin, it just sounds so plain and kind of boring. So, and that was just from one of the presets that I chose, and then I kind of tweaked the settings a bit in the ducking to kind of get some more rhythm to it, and it was very impressive results, and it really helped add texture and atmosphere to the track at the same time. Very interesting reverb, so definitely check out Delay. I highly recommend it. Last up for today with the delays, last delay for today is HY Delay from HY Plugins. By the way, the developer for Delay is Sixth Sample. So Delay, HY Delay is from HY Plugins. They've been around for a while, and I've talked about this delay before. They've been updating it, so it has all the quintessential modern features that you need in a plugin, like a resizable interface. They have independent left and right for the delay, so your delay bounce and feedback on the left side and the right side can be two independent settings, or you can just lock it with this button and have it be the same. Of course, you can dial in the stereo width, feedback amount. You can dial in your delay time here. It can be set by milliseconds or by time signature. Sync it to your DAW. We got our feedback section over here to process the feedback. There is a low and a high pass filter. Feedback amount, there's an amp section, and then there's a whole EQ section right here. And once again, this delay has ducking, which I highly appreciate. They have some randomized functions here for the different sections. You can randomize all settings. You can randomize the amp. You can randomize the EQ. And the basic delay settings over here has a randomize button also. There's an in knob. There is a mix knob. There's an out knob. There is a limit, bypass. There's a lot going on. And there are factory presets. I'm not sure how many there are, but there are factory presets. And this one should be Mac and PC compatible. Same thing with Delay, Mac and PC compatible. So for the free VST instrument, we have a new one that just got released recently. It is called Zyklop. It is a stripped down version of one of their bigger plugins called Myth, I think. But this one, it doesn't feel stripped down. There's a lot going on. I was playing with it earlier, and very impressed with the interface. Very intuitive, very sleek interface. It is resizable, but just the way they have the controls laid out, just poking around, very intuitive. And it's a lot going on in the interface. It's amazing how they put everything together with the interface, all the different controls. It's a lot, but it doesn't feel cluttered and overwhelming when you look at it. So they did a good job with just the layout and how they organized everything. They have tabs, they have little sections for everything. So this one comes with 125 presets. And then when you go into the preset area right here with the browse tab, I think it was, you now have this section at the bottom that has categories, so you can start narrowing down what you're looking for based on categories. So bass, leads, chords, pads, ARP. There's an arpeggiator section, so there's an ARP section for ARPs. And just about all of the bread and butter synth sound categories that you want, they have them there. You can hit the star next to a preset to favorite it. They just thought about all the things. And I'm seeing some dices up here, so I'm figuring that's some kind of randomized thing here. Over this section, at first I was trying to figure out where's the ADSR for some of the sounds, because they were sustaining kind of long. So I wanted to be able to tweak the ADSR, and it's right here. You just hit the main ADSR, and then this section changes. Then you have the ADSR envelope. They have ADSR 1, ADSR 2, all your LFOs, all that information. You just click here, and the settings will pop up down here. And we have other tabs down here. Right now it's showing the effect tab. So it has built-in effects. It has a whole bunch of options with the oscillator and different oscillator types. Same thing with the filters. And then of course with the effects, there are a ton of built-in effects in there. So there's a lot going on. We have the effects section, send, and we have the wet knob. Very, very intricate. I know I still didn't dive into everything in the plugin. All of these symbols up here are all controls, and you can just pick one preset and start tweaking these areas right here, and it's just gonna add a whole different dimension to this preset that was there. So just very flexible, a lot of options. This is your volume. This is, I think this was stereo width. So you like drag to the middle and the circles come together for mono, separate them for stereo, and then down here is the panning. And even when you're changing the value here, you get a visual representation of the panning. So if you pan to the right, the left circle will get smaller. So very unique and very intuitive interface. And there's a visualizer in the middle that's always animated and moving. And oddly enough, for such a animated interface, because there's a lot of movement happening, even if there's something modulated with one of the settings, you'll see that setting knob constantly moving, and the visualizer and everything, and then it pushing out these very complex sounds that's running through effects. You would think it'll be murdering the CPU and trying to bring your system to its knees, but it didn't. It was actually pretty light on the system, considering the complexity of the sounds that was coming out of it. Very layered, very textured sounds with the effects. And I remember one of the sounds, I went in, I was playing with the effects, and I turned off the effect, and the sound like really got plain, and I was like, you know, this effect is doing a lot of work. But with all that happening and the different animations or automations in the LFOs and everything that was going on, it wasn't using up a lot of CPU. So kudos to this developer. The developer is called Dawsome Music. They did a very good job with this. Just the layout, the performance of it, and all the features and the options that are available. So this is definitely a synth that I'm going to be using in the near future. This might be my favorite free plugin of the year. I'm going to have to start setting that up to see what's going to be on my list of free plugins for the year 2024, because we're at that point of the year for those type of lists, right? So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. The link is in the description. It'll take you to this blog page where you can click on the corresponding downloading links for whatever plugins that you are interested in. Grab them, check them out, and see how they work out for you, if they can make their way into your arsenal. There's also a link in the description for a video series that I did called PC Specs and how it relates to music production. So if you're looking to understand how your DAW works along with your computer and its internal parts to help you produce music smoothly, help you mix, master, record MIDI, sample, whatever you do smoothly. Check that video out. It'll give you some insight if you're having issues with your computer not performing smoothly with what you're trying to do and it's becoming a distraction. If you're looking to upgrade your system or get your new system or first system, this will give you some insight on what to look at as far as computer specs, what they do, which one's important, what's the importance of the RAM, the CPU, hard drive storage, why is that important, GPU, how is that important and becoming important for music production. So definitely check out that video series. Also, there's a link in the description for a growing playlist for these videos that I do twice a week. So if you're looking for more free VST plugins, definitely check out that playlist. Tons more videos there introducing you guys to more free VSTs if you're new to that type of thing. I'll be back tomorrow because of the holiday week. I'll be back tomorrow to most likely wrap up the month of November themed with free VST piano VSTs and free delay VST plugins. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and as always, you will see me tomorrow in the next video.